All right, so in this portion of the video, we're going to just talk about venting the hole. I missed that in the last video, so here you go. When you get done, or when your clay gets a little drier, to a leather hardstay, you need to put the venting hole in. So if you've got legs in the way and there's not enough room, you can put just a small venting hole in by simply cutting a small hole in the base. Okay? But if you can, the more you can remove from the bottom, the better, because then it will make your form lighter and it won't feel so much like a doorstop. Okay? Don't forget that you are going to have to write your name on the side or inside of it somewhere. No name, no grade, right? So make sure you write your name. I've said that many times already, and it's just the beginning of the semester. So you need to have a vent hole so that air can get out. Also, let's pretend you're going to add a head. Here's that little leftover chunk. Bear with me. I'm just going to make a really terrible pinch pot. But pretend that this is another pinch pot that I'm going to add on for the head. So here's my Fox example where we've got the original pinch pots from here down, and this head has been added on the top. That head needs to be vented through the vent hole. So if I just take this extra head and I stick it on the back, and I leave that pocket in there, it's actually going to blow up and break your whole piece, and you have to start over. So before you attach your head, make sure you create a vent hole, and that when you do that vent hole, you can see all the way through, you can see that red of my shirt through the hole, then attach the head over your vent hole. Okay, if you're going to get creative and the mouth is going to be the vent hole and you've got it worked out so the head and the mouth are connected and the mouth and the body are connected and it all works out, that's great, whatever you need to do, but make sure that it is vented. That said, let's pretend you've got a big chunk of clay, like this whole head here is like solid, which it shouldn't be. If that whole head is solid, there's too much moisture in this big old chunk of clay, and the inside of it, that moisture isn't going to be able to get out quickly enough, and it'll expand and also explode. So if you're going to do something like that, either from the outside or the inside, cut that shape out, hollow it out after you've added it onto your sculpture. So you could like take that whole chunk out, flatten a little patch over the top of it so that you've got a hollowed out bit, and then that patch goes over the top and you would smooth it down and make it look real nice, and no one would ever know that it's then hollow. Okay, so whatever you've got to do to make the walls about 1/4 of an inch thick so that your sculpture isn't too heavy and also doesn't have too much moisture in it and explode once it gets in the kiln. Okay, so that kind of concludes now. Sorry about forgetting that venting piece.